Staples, how are you?
Good, how are you, Your Honor?
What are we starting with today?
I think we can just go from the top with Alana Callahan.
All right. And this, Mr. Ned, is that your
Yes.
client? All right. So let's go on the record in docket 25-00813. That is people in the city of Lansing versus Alana Callahan. For the parties, please introduce themselves for the record. You're gonna have to help me with your name.
Elizabeth Crockmolney on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Morning, Your Honor. Georgia at APD on behalf of my client who's appearing on Zoom and not in person today.
All right.
And I'll make a record of that.
All right, and ma'am, you are Alana Callahan, is that correct?
Yes.
And you can hear me all right, Ms. Callahan?
Yeah.
This time set for a jury trial today. Ms. Crockmolly, how are we proceeding? Or would you like to defer to Mr. Nett?
I can defer to Mr. Ned, Your Honor.
Just for the record, Your Honor, my client emailed me shortly after 8 a.m. this morning, informing me that she has transportation issues. And I asked her to see if she can make it, and at this time she's unable to make it. There is a plea in this matter. If the court is inclined to adjourn, inclined to adjourn, then I understand. Otherwise, if the court is willing to accept the plea and maybe a sentencing today, we'd take it right now, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Crockmolly, any response to Mr. Ned's indication? I think, what is the plea offer?
I believe it's a Killebrew to no upfront jail, Your Honor.
All right. I'm willing to take the plea, and then we can do like a fines and costs, immediate sentencing, if that's okay with the parties.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Mr. Ned, may I inquire of your client of their misdevice rights?
Please, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Ms. Callahan, you understand today you have you'll be pleading guilty to the driving while license suspended with a Killebrew agreement of no upfront jail. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. So the Killebrew is an arrangement between the city and your attorney that you not receive any upfront jail. If you were going to do anything, if I was going to do anything different from that, then you'd have the opportunity to withdraw your plea. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yeah.
All right. You understand you have the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, to have the prosecutor prove beyond reasonable doubt that you are guilty, to have witnesses against you appear at trial, to question the witnesses that are brought against you. You are represented today by Attorney Georges and Ned, and you'd be present to cross-examine any witnesses or contest any charges brought against you by the city of Lansing. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
You have the right to have the court order any witnesses appear in your defense, to remain silent during the trial, not to have that silence used against you, and to testify at trial if you choose to testify. If your plea is accepted, you'll give up the claim the plea was a result of any other promises other than what we put on the record, or threats that it was not your choice to plead guilty. You'd also be giving up the right to appeal anything from trial. Since you won't be having a trial, you'll be pleading guilty to the driving while license suspended misdemeanor instead. Is it still your wish to plead guilty to the driving while license suspended misdemeanor?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand, ma'am, as best you can? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
I'm going to bring your attention back to March 14th, 2025, at the offense location of East Kavanaugh Road, at or near Stabler Street in the city of Lansing, Ingham County. Were you driving a motor vehicle open to the general public on East Kavanaugh Road in the city of Lansing, Ingham County?
Yes.
And at that time, did you know your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
And which one is it, ma'am?
Suspended, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, suspended.
All right. And you knew that you were driving on a suspended license. Is that correct?
Correct.
I find the factual basis to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made. Any objection to going forward with immediate sentencing, Ms. Cruckman?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Ned, would you like to allocute concerning Ms. Callahan?
Thank you, Your Honor. In prior discussions with Ms. Callahan, she's very sorry for what she did. She will assure that she does not do this again. She has made preventative measures to go forward with not driving until her license is valid. At this time, Your Honor, I'd ask you to follow the killabrew that we agreed to. There will be no further issues for Ms. Callahan. You will not see her again, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so I will follow the Killebrew agreement. Ms. Callahan, is there anything you'd like to say before the court passes sentence?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll follow the Killebrew agreement. So if no upfront jail, we'll set fines and costs at $200. Crime victims' rights fee of $75. State fee of $50. So the grand total of $325. And do you need some time to make that payment to the city of Lansing, Ms.
Yes.
Callahan?
Yes.
About how long would be necessary to make that payment?
Like 30 days.
But we'll set it for 60 days out. And so make sure you make the payment or the payments. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a date. As long as it's all paid by that date, you should be fine. You can set up your own payment plan and come in and pay. But if it's not paid by that date, you're going to get on a show cause list, and you probably want to stay off that list. All right, ma'am?
Okay.
All right, so 60 days out.
September 19th.
So as long as it's all paid by September 19th, that's $325 to the city of Lansing. That can be paid online, in person, or on the phone. And you can, as previously indicated, you can set up your own payment plan up until that September 19th date. As long as it's all paid to the city of Lansing by that date, you should stay off the show cause schedule. All right, ma'am?
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else for the record in 25-00813, Ms. Crockmole?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Mr. Net?
And Ms. Callahan, if you have any questions after today, just send me an email. Thank you. Your
Okay.
Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ned. You're all set, Ms. Callahan. Thank you.
Thanks.
Do you want to go on Mr. Roser? Because I have Nathan was skipping order, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So we're on the record in docket 24L28977781. That is People of the City of Lansing versus Robert Roser. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Crackman.
Elizabeth Crookmoley on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Net.
George and APD on behalf of my client, staying to my right, Your Honor.
And sir, you are Robert Roser, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is the time set for a jury trial today. Ms. Crackmole, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the parties have reached a resolution whereby we have agreed to a Killebrew no upfront jail.
So it would be plea to the fail to display valid ops, no upfront jail. Is that correct?
I think there's been an updated offer.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Sorry, Your Honor. There is actually going to be an update where we will be delaying sentencing for this one.
All right. So it's plead so it would plead and then we're gonna delay the sentence. So it's the same fail to display ops and defer.
Yes, Your Honor. And I believe under Mr. Roser gets his license valid by then, I believe it'll be a
So, yeah.
civil infraction
Okay.
of impeding traffic.
All right.
And my client will accept that today.
All right. The fail to display is punishable by 90 days and or just like fines and costs on that. Is it? I'm not 100% either. It is a 90-day and or 250, I think.
Can you hear me or no?
Yes, I know I think it's a 90-day. I just don't know what the,
And/or $200.
and or $200.
Yes, I know it's-
All right. Is that your understanding, Mr. Net? He's gonna be, Ms. Rose is gonna be pleading guilty to failed display ops. It's a 90-day misdemeanor and or $200. We're gonna delay the sentencing. There'll be, if he's able to get his license all taken care of, there'll be a civil infraction offer.
correct.
All right, may I inquire of Mr. Roser of his advice and rights, please? All right. Mr. Rose, you understand you have the right, you have the following jury trial rights in this case, and I'm going to walk you through those, okay? You have the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, to have the prosecutor prove beyond reasonable doubt that you are guilty, to have witnesses against you appear at trial, the questioning witnesses are brought against you. You are represented today by Attorney Georges and Ned, and you'd be present to cross-examine any witnesses or contest any charges brought against you by the city of Lansing. You have the right to have the court ordering witnesses appear in your defense, to remain silent during the trial, not to have that silence used against you, and to testify at trial if you choose to testify. If you're please accepted, you'll give up the claim the plea was a result of any promises other than what we've stated on the record. The threats it was not your choice to plead guilty. You'd also be giving up the right to appeal anything from trial. Since you won't be having a trial, you'll be pleading guilty to the 90-day misdemeanor instead. Is it your wish today to plead guilty to the 90-day misdemeanor?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? All right, I'm going to bring your attention, sir, back to September 17th, 2024, at the offense location of East Saginaw Street near Marshall in the city of Lansing, Ingham County. Were you operating a motor vehicle at the East Saginaw Street address in the city of Lansing, Ingham County on September 17th, 2024?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, were you stopped by law enforcement? And at that time, did you fail to display a valid license?
That's right.
I find that anything towards a factual basis, Ms. Cruckman.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Ned.
That's right.
Okay. I find the factual basis to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made. And then what are we looking at for the census purposes? What's the time frame? I think Mr. Ned probably,
It should have, 30 days I think is sufficient,
all right.
if not less than that. I think we're a few weeks, hopefully ahead of time.
Let's see what what's the usual.
30 days. I have 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 7 weeks.
Let's do 7 weeks to be safe.
Thank you, Doctor.
So let's do 7 weeks for deferred sentence.
September 8th. And 1:30.
At 1:30?
Yep.
So we'll set this for sentencing on September 8th at 1:30. We've deferred it out 7 weeks so that you can do whatever you need. Keep Mr. Ned any information, and he'll provide any information to the city attorney concerning that deferred sentence and then the civil infraction that may follow. Anything else for the record in 24 L2897781, Ms. Cruckmole?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Ned, you're all set, Mr. Roser.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Does he need a note?
Who's next, Ms. Cruckmole?
We can.
By the way, it helped to see your name written so that I could, at least see it. I think it was on a motion, so, all
I'm
right.
glad, I'm glad.
Yeah,
We can go on Mr. Tyrone Nathan, Your
all
Honor.
right.
It's already reset.
Do you want to still
Oh.
talk about it? or-
It was reset.
Oh, if it was already reset, then we don't need to go on the record.
All right. Which one's that?
Darrell Nathan.
Yeah, that's already been reset.
What's the court date for that, Your Honor?
I haven't reset it quite
All
All
yet.
right, it's just,
You
I
signed
think we
the
skipped
step.
and we signed the step.
Is my client all set to go? He's all set to go.
Yes.
Okay, I'll let you know what you want here. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think it's been reset, but the stip and order's been signed.
It'll most likely be August 4th, but I haven't had a chance to
Okay.
look at all that yet.
This is Miss.
Ashley Simpson.
Okay. All right, so we're on the record in docket 2403183. That is the city of Lansing versus Ashley Simpson. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Crockett,
Elizabeth Crook-Molney on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Net.
Georgia Ned, APDM, I have my client standing to my right.
And ma'am, you are Ashley Marie Simpson, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Crockett, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Ms. Simpson is now valid, so we will be has a driver's permit, so we will be dropping to an impeding instead, civil infraction.
So that is. And I think we met, was this deferred for a week to see? To see, okay. So he offers a civil infraction. And that is that impeding traffic. And what's the fine for impeding traffic?
135.
Right, and that's a fair statement, Mr. Ned,
Yes, sir.
that your client will be pleading the civil infraction of impeding traffic. I don't believe is that an extractable offense? No, okay. All right, and you'll be accepting responsibility on behalf of your client, Mr. Ned.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so this is for conduct which occurred, just so we're working from the same ticket, on October 14th, 2024. At South, operating a Toyota 2007 Toyota upon Pennsylvania and Prospect Street in the city of Lansing, Ingham County. And you admit responsibility for your client impeding traffic on that date. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. That'll come with a $135 fine to the city of Lansing. Does your client need some time to make that payment to the city of Lansing?
Respectfully, 90 days if possible, Your Honor.
So let's get a date 90 days out. October 20th at what time? Oh, for the payment. Don't worry about that. All right, so $135 will be due to the city of Lansing by October 20th. If, as long as it's all paid by that date, you can kind of set up your own plan. So you can come in and set up, you want to pay $5 a week, $10 a week. It's all, as long as it's all paid by October 20th. Okay. And if it's not paid by October 20th, then you'll get in the show cause cycle. You want to stay out of that because then a warrant will be issued for you. And then, you know, that you want to stay out of that cycle. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So 90 days, $135 to the city of Lansing by October 20th. Anything else for the record? In 2403183, Ms. Crockett.
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Mr. Nett.
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Simpson, good luck to you. You're all set.
We're trying to find her.
Okay. They're looking to print something concerning, but there's something going on with the printer. I can hear it. So, but that's for you, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Took a minute, we did.
You. Have a
You're all
good day.
set. You-
To no proof of insurance, what do you need?
Ms. Lee, what case are you here on? Are you here on Austin Potts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, she's, the only thing she hasn't standing right now is the pending statement. She couldn't do that online because.
And ma'am, on Olivia's iPad, can you identify yourself on Olivia's iPad?
Yeah, Olivia Decatur.
Olivia,
Decatur. She's here as a witness.
okay. All right, perfect. All right, so we're on the record in docket 25 as 00746. That is the city of Lansing versus Lauren Stoughton. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Crackmole.
Elizabeth Crockmoley on behalf of the city of Lansing, Your Honor.
Mr. Annette.
Representative APD on behalf of my client standing to my right.
And ma'am, you are Lauren Stoughton, is that correct?
Yes.
Right, thank you. This is the time set for driving while license suspended pre-trial. I think this is the final pre-trial. Ms. Crackmole, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Ms. Stoughton is now valid per the Secretary of State, so we will be amending this to an impeding traffic.
And is that a fair statement, Mr. Annette?
Yes, Your Honor, the misdemeanor will be an impeding traffic, and I believe the other two counts were dismissed prior. So just an impeding traffic. My client accepts responsibility and requests respectfully 9 days to pay.
All right. So it is a plea to the impeding traffic. It's a $135 fine. And Mr. Ned, you'll be accepting responsibility on behalf of your client. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So let's go. We'll bring your attention back to March 10th, 2025 at Oakland and Grand in the city of Lansing. You accept responsibility. Ms. Stoughton was driving a 2016 black Jeep. Do you accept responsibility on that date and time for Ms. Stoughton impeding traffic?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. That comes with a $135 fine. Indicated 90, she would need about 90 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, yeah. What's the-
October 20th.
All right, so you can make payment to the city of Lansing for $135. You'll have till October 20th. You can set up your own plan as long as it's paid by that October 20th date. If it goes past that October 20th date, you're most likely going to get caught in a show cost cycle, and you want to stay out of that. All right, so it'll be $135 due to the city of Lansing by October 20th. Anything else for the record in 25-00746, Ms. Crockmole?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Mr. Nett,
Thank you, Your Honor.
you're all set, man. Thank you.
Should get the notes. You guys do that. Thank you, Ms. Scott. Have a good day. Where? It is Richard Where's Yes.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 1402106. and then a accompanying ticket of 14L1750253. That is people of the city of Lansing versus Richard Huerta. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Crackmore.
Elizabeth Crook-Molny on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Net.
President APD on behalf of my client, saying, am I right?
And sir, you are Richard David Huerta, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. This is the time set for a city of Lansing pre-trial. Ms. Crackmore, how we proceed?
Your Honor, the city will be, there's an agreement that the city will be giving an offer of dropping the driving with license suspending to an impeding traffic, and the improper plate will be amended to a no registration because he has a valid license.
So because of the valid license, the civil infraction for impeding traffic, and then is that a no valid ops? What was the second one? I was.
Sorry, the improper plate will be a no registration.
And is that a civil infraction or a misdemeanor?
Civil infraction.
So the impeding traffic comes with a $135 fine. How about the no registration?
The same.
Same. All right, and Mr. Annette, you'll be accepting responsibility on behalf of your client for both civil infractions, the impeding traffic, and the no registration, since Mr. Huerta has been able to get a license now.
Right, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's start with the impeding traffic. So this is for conduct which occurred on May 10th, 2014 at the offense location of Pennsylvania in the city of Lansing, up at or upon South Pennsylvania on I-96 in the city of Lansing, Ingham County. Is it you accept responsibility on behalf of Mr. Huerta for impeding traffic on that date?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. That comes with a $135 fine. And then you accept responsibility for your client not being having no registration on the May 10th, 2014 date on Pennsylvania in the city of Lansing for the vehicle that he was operating. He did not have a registration for. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So it'll be $270 between the two tickets. It's $135 for the impeding traffic and $135 for the no registration. Does your client need some time to make that payment to the city of Lansing?
Yes, Your Honor. So I'm not sure if the court is able to give 6 months, but is that possible?
I can give 4 months.
Okay.
And we can start at 4 months. I think that's probably best, and then we come back. But that if as long as payments made or payments going on, you can stay out of that show cause cycle. 6 months gets just too long. So 4 months.
Your Honor, I asked for 6 months because in November, I'm on a tribe. So in November, I get a bonus and I can pay it off
All
in
right.
November, but I have I get it that night, but I want a few days. So
Right.
you could make it.
So I can make it December. We can make it like December 1st.
Maybe December 3rd, just
Okay.
in case it's on the weekend and it doesn't clear yet.
Let's do December for both payments. Let's do December 3rd. Or the corresponding.
December 1st of the Monday, December 3rd is Wednesday.
All right, let's do December 3rd. So we'll make both do December 3rd that'll be the due date for the $135 impeding traffic, and December 3rd for the no registration. So it'll be $270 altogether. But that should work within your finances to set it for that time. Anything else for the record in docket 1402106 or the accompanying ticket, Ms. Crackmore?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Mr. Net.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Mr. Huerta, you're all set, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I don't have to come back no more.
As long as it's paid by that December 3rd date, you're fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it, sir.
You do have we have Amber Lee here for Mr. Potts. I don't know if you have to speak with her or.
Good morning, Your Honor. We're ready. I just got retained Saturday, so we're just gonna need an adjournment.
We can call, Miss Lee, we'll call that case.
After that, Your Honor, I am ready on the remainder of the 8:30.
All right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-01481 and 25-01482. That is the City of Lansing versus Austin Potts. Appearances for the record, Ms. Crockmole.
Elizabeth Crock-Only on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Lee.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Amber Lee, P 84377, appearing on behalf of Mr. Potts, who appears via Zoom. Mr. Potts, can you
All right.
please unmute and state your name?
Yeah, Austin Potts.
Thank you. And you can hear me, Mr. Potts?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This is time set for City of Lansing pretrial. We heard Ms. Lee speak on behalf of a client and requesting adjournment. Is there any, she's just retained, is there any objection to a request for adjournment, Ms. Crockmuller?
No objection from the city,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
So Ms. Lee, did you have some indication of within your schedule, what we're looking at as far as setting this out so you can review it and zealously advocate for your client?
3 to 4 weeks should be sufficient, Your Honor.
Any objection to that so on both files, we'll set 3. Let's go 3. Because it goes 7's a little out. All right, we'll set it for. We will set it for August 11th at 10:30.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
So August 11th at 10:30 on file 25-01482 and on 25-01481. We'll set it for, we'll adjourn the pretrial and set for August 11th at 1:30. Anything else for the record on 25-01482 or 81, Ms. Crockmole?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Any questions concerning that date, Ms. Lee?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you're all set, Mr. Potts. Thank you for your appearance today.
Did you say 1:30 or 10:30?
Is it 1:30?
1:30?
I did. It's 10:30.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question because I think I wrote down 1:30.
Yeah, I thought you said 2 different times. That's why.
All right.
Okay.
All
Thank
right,
you.
so we've set it for adjournment for pretrial for the 10:30 date. You're all set, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Potts. Or Ms. Lee, I should say. And Mr. Harris, you indicated you were ready
Yes, Your Honor.
on the final pretrials.
Yes, I am ready on the remainder of the 8:30s while we wait for who I believe is your court staff indicated might see Mr. Flowers joining the polycom.
All right, so let's go on Mr. Davis. All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-01159. That is the City of Lansing versus Archibald Davis. Will the parties please introduce themselves to the record Ms. Crockmole,
Elizabeth Corpone on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Harries.
This is the public defender, James Harris, here on behalf of Mr. Davis, who's standing to my right, Your Honor.
And sir, you are Archibald Davis, is that correct?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is the time set for a final pretrial in the matter. Ms. Crockmole, how are we proceeding? Or would you like to defer to Mr. Harris?
Your Honor, there has been an offer communicated to the defense based on Mr. Davis's lack of criminal history, driving history, and the substance abuse assessment that was shared with our office. We will be amending to a standard 0.08 or higher OWI.
And so I've spoken with my client regarding that OWI offer, and he has indicated at this point he would be willing to accept that offer, Your Honor. I believe that OWI first would be a 93 and or 500 as opposed to the 180 and or I think it's 1,000 on the original charge.
And so we'd be amending count one. I think that's probably the easiest.
I believe so.
So the regular drunk driving, it's a 93-day misdemeanor and or $500. And is that your understanding, Mr. Davis? You'll be pleading to the amended count one of the 90-day misdemeanor of regular drunk driving in this matter. Is that a fair statement? Mr. Harris, may I inquire of your client of his misdemeanor advice of rights?
All right. Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, so I can go ahead and. All right, so Mr. Davis, you understand the following, you have the following rights. I'm going to walk you through those, okay? You have the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. You have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. To have witnesses against you appear at trial, to question any witnesses that are brought against you. You are represented today by attorney James Harris, and he would be present to cross-examine any witnesses or contest any charges brought against you by the city of Lansing. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to have the court ordering witnesses appear in your defense, to remain silent during the trial, not to have that silence used against you, and to testify at trial if you choose to testify. If your plea is accepted, you'll give up the claim the plea was a result of any promises other than what we've stated on the record, or threats that it was not your choice to plead guilty. You'd also be giving up the right to appeal anything from trial. Since you won't be having a trial, you'll be pleading guilty to the 90-day misdemeanor, the standard operating while intoxicated. Is it your wish today to plead to the regular operating while intoxicated misdemeanor drunk driving?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I'm going to have you raise your right hand. Go ahead.
Just one moment, Your
Sorry.
Honor.
Right. All right, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury, Mr. Davis?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to bring your attention back to Moores River Drive in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, where you were operating a motor vehicle open to the general public at the Moores River Drive address in the city of Lansing.
Yes, sir.
All right. And did you later learn, or did you learn after that time that you had over a point, is it 0.08?
0.08, yeah.
So over a 0.08 blood alcohol level while operating.
I was informed of the level, yes, sir.
Okay, after the time, but okay. So it was over a 0.08 at the time of operating the vehicle.
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
was informed.
All right. Anything towards a factual basis, Ms. Crockmole?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris?
Not regarding the factual basis.
All right. I find the plea to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made.
Your Honor, I
Sure.
just wanted to confirm, I had, while we were entering the plea, I had a brief discussion with the prosecutor. I had thought we had discussed the potential for a killable agreement on this case. It seems in the hecticness of me speaking with my clients, I may have forgotten to discuss that. I did discuss that with the prosecutor, and I believe the prosecutor would not be objecting to adding a killable no front jail on this case. I just
So-
wanted to
So
Bring that
Ms.
to the court.
Crockmole, is that correct? There is an agreement between the parties of a Killebrew, no upfront jail.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. And my
Thank you.
apologies.
No worries. So that's a Killebrew, no upfront jail. So this is an agreement between the city and Mr. Harris, the attorney. If I wasn't to follow that, if I was not going to follow that agreement, you'd have the opportunity to withdraw your plea. Do you understand that? All right. So we have an assessment and a need for sentencing. So I think it's 11. What do they set the sentencing at? It's a refer to probation.
October 27th at 1:30.
Yes, and the assessment has already been completed, Your Honor.
Perfect.
Either myself or Mr. Davis would be able to forward a copy of that to
All right.
probation.
So I'm going to refer to you probation. You can forward a copy of the assessment. That the probation department is 1 floor down on the 5th floor. If you go all the way to your right, you'll find out that they're going to set up an appointment. They'll have a lot of questions for you, but the hardest part is setting up the assessment. And so if that's already done, but we'll set it for sentencing for
October 27th.
October 27th at
1:30.
And, I'm sorry,
and that might be sooner depending
and that was for what?
for the sentencing date. So that's when what they'll do is they're going to do a report and they're going to look at the assessment. And then that's the date that you'll actually get sentenced on. And on that October 27th date, they'll do a report for me and we'll see what options are available. It's really, that's the date where the Killebrew no upfront jail, whether I follow it or not, okay? I don't see anything right now, since you already have your assessment done. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't follow it, but I have to wait for the report, okay? All right, anything else for the record in 2501159, Ms. Crockmole?
Nothing for the city. Your
Mr.
Honor.
Harris?
Assist me, nothing on the defense, Your Honor. Thank
All
you.
right, you're all set, sir, thank you.
Keeps popping in and out.
He's on.
Gary in here?
Mr. Chip, how are you?
Good, how are you, Your
Pretty
Honor?
good. Hanging in there.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
It's been a while.
It has. Mr. Harris, where do you want to go now?
I believe I'm ready on all my cases, Your Honor.
So we can go on Mr.
I can just go straight down the line.
Erskine?
Yeah.
And you're ready to, on Ms. Crockmole, you're ready on Mr. Erskine?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 2501591. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Craig Erskine. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Crockmole.
Elizabeth Crockmole on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Mr. Erskine, who's standing to my right, Your Honor.
And sir, you are Craig Erskine, is that correct?
Sure.
Right, thank you. This is the time set for a final pretrial in the matter. Ms. Crockmole, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, our complaining witness has not shown up today, so the city will be making a motion to dismiss.
I would have no objection, Your Honor. I did speak with my client regarding that, and we would be, I was originally intending to request the case be dismissed at this time due to the failure to appear of the complaining witness.
That's not the girl on Zoom.
No. Just for clarity of the record, Your Honor, I do know that there is a lay witness over Zoom. I did confirm in the police report and with Mr. Staples that that would be a lay witness, but not the complaining.
Not the complaining victim, okay. And so is this is this a nollie process by the city where is this being made, a request to be made for dismissal without prejudice from Mr. Harris?
It'll have to be nollied, Your Honor.
Understood, Your Honor.
So we can print one out. So the city's unable to proceed. Complaining victim has failed to appear. Ms. Crockmole, they were subpoenaed, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I will have printed out a nollie process dismissal without prejudice.
Your Honor, once the nollie is signed, I would simply request a copy be provided to my client.
Absolutely. I do have, so I'm in possession of the nollie process on 25-01591. People are unable to proceed. The complaining victim has failed to appear. They were subpoenaed. I will grant the dismissal without prejudice at the request of the city in this. You should keep this, all right? Keep a copy for your records, because it's going to take about, there's no GPS, but there's a no contact order. It'll take about 3 or 4 hours to purge it from the computer system. So you should keep a copy. We'll make you a copy so you have it just to have on your person.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else for the record in docket 25-01591, Ms. Crockmole?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, we'll give you a copy of that. You should be all set, sir.
Great, thank you, sir.
How about Mitchell?
I believe we're ready to go, but I believe that, is that yours? Devontae?
Yeah. Devontae.
I'm here.
Robinson?
Yes.
So to the witness on Olivia's iPad, she can go when she wants.
Correct,
Is that
Your Honor.
So the witness on Olivia's iPad, we just handled the Erskine case. You're free to leave or stay. It's entirely up to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So we're on the record in docket 25-01495. And then the accompanying tickets of 25L2944372 and 373. That is people of the city of Lansing versus Devontae Robinson Johnson. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Crockmole.
Elizabeth Crockmole on behalf of the city of Lansing, Your Honor.
Mr. Net.
George and Ned, on behalf of my clients appear being Zoom today.
All right, and sir, you are Devontae Robinson Johnson, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you can hear me all right, Mr. Robinson Johnson?
Yes, sir. I can hear you perfectly fine.
All right, thank you. This is time set for a City of Lansing pre-trial. Ms. Crockmole, how we proceed?
Your Honor, the city will be requesting that we set this out as we are requesting any video evidence that we may have so we can review it.
Okay, so there's some discovery that has to, all right, and is that a fair statement, Mr. Net?
Yes, Your Honor, we do not object, as we also want that video or the acts on discovery.
And about how long are we looking for the is this a discovery issue? About how long are we looking for an adjournment, Ms. Crockmole?
I believe 2 weeks would be fine. Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, so all right, we've reset this for discovery purposes for August 4th at 9 o'clock. on this file and the two accompanying tickets. That's August 4th at 9 o'clock. Anything else for the record in 125-01495 or the accompanying tickets, Ms. Cruckmole?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Mr. Net?
Yeah, Mr. Robinson, I'm gonna call you when it's time to talk, okay? Probably in a week or
Okay.
two.
Okay.
And Mr. Robinson, you will get notice sent to your last known address with the courts. I have it on DaCosta. Is that still a good address for you?
Yes.
Okay. You'll get notice sent there on these two tickets for that August 4th address, for that August 4th date. All right, sir?
Okay.
All right. You should be all set, Mr. Robinson. Thank you for your appearance today.
Okay, thank you.
Harry's, where are we heading?
I am ready
On
on
Mitchell?
Mitchell, Nadira, Perkovich, and Soto.
On Corey Ale Mitchell.
Yes. Yes, it's Corey L. Mitchell.
Corey Ale Mitchell. All right, so we're on the record in docket 23L2799311. That is City of Lansing versus Corey L. Mitchell. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Crockmole,
Elizabeth Crookmoley on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Ms. Corey L. Mitchell, who is standing to my right, Your Honor.
And ma'am, you are Corey L. Mitchell, is that correct?
Yeah.
Thank you. This is the time set for a final pretrial in the matter. Ms. Crockmole, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Ms. Mitchell is currently charged with a misdemeanor drove unregistered vehicle. The city would be amending that to a no registration civil infraction.
Yes, Your Honor, and that is my understanding of the offer. I have conveyed that to my client and discussed it with her. She has indicated she would be willing to accept that and would request 30 days to pay the, I believe it would be $135 outstanding civil infraction.
It's $135. And you'll be accepting responsibility on behalf of Ms. Mitchell, your client.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so this is stemming from, just so we're working from the same ticket. Occurrence on June 16th, 2023 in the city of Lansing on Pennsylvania in Baker Street in the city of Lansing. You admit responsibility for your client impeding traffic on that date. Is that correct, Mr. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that comes to the $135 fine to the city of Lansing, and I believe you indicated your client needs 30 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right.
Yes, Your Honor.
So we'll set payment for 30 days out. So that can be paid in line, online, in person, or by phone. And you have till August 20th to make the entire payment. So you can set up your own plan if you need to, but as long as it's all paid by August 20th, then they'll keep you out of that show cause cycle. Okay, ma'am?
Okay.
All right, anything else for the record in 23L2799311, Ms. Crackmoley?
Sorry, Your Honor, did you write that down as an impeding civil infraction or a no registration civil infraction?
Oh, I did. So that'd be a no registration civil infraction.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yep. So, so to confirm that, that it is that you would admit responsibility on behalf of your client, Mr. Harris, to being without a registration on that date. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. And
Let's
my
just-
apologies for not catching that.
Yeah, I didn't. They're almost the same civil infraction, but they have a different admission. So that's $135 based on the no registration. Same rules apply. Thank you, Ms. Crockmole, for catching that.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
All right, anything else for the record in 23L2799311 from the city?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Harris.
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
You're all set, Ms. Mitchell. Thank you. She has
an attorney. He said he was probably gonna be running late.
Oh, you know about it. Attorney should be fine.
Do you want to go on Nagara?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Chip, are you here on Lorraine
I am, Your Honor. Apparently, Mr. Lorraine's appearing via Zoom.
via Zoom?
I didn't get notice of it.
All right.
For Zoom appearance.
I'll let you talk to Mr. Staples and then,
We can continue.
yeah. So this is Miss Nagara.
Your Honor.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 1903870. That is the city of Lansing versus Michaela Nagara. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Crockmull,
Elizabeth Crockmoley on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Ms. Nagara, who's standing to my right, Your Honor.
And ma'am, you are Michaela Nagara, is that correct?
Michaela ahead.
Michaela Nagara, thank you. This is the time set for City of Lansing final pretrial. Ms. Crockmull, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, our SOS is the Secretary of State is showing that Ms. Nagara is still suspended, but will be not valid beginning July 19th, and the only requirement would be the reinstatement fee. We would have no objection setting this out so that she can hopefully pay that.
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct. When I spoke with my client, she indicated that she would become eligible to pay the reinstatement fee and become valid on the 19th, which unfortunately was a Saturday. As the Secretary of State is not open on Saturdays or Sundays, she indicated she was planning to go and get that reinstatement fee paid the moment she gets out of court. I would simply be requesting that the court perhaps set a plea date on this to give her time to get that payment made and to provide proof of that to me. It's my belief we will very likely achieve compliance prior to that plea date.
So do you want to set, you want to set this for a couple weeks or whatever? We can set it for plea and then just wait to hear.
I believe the 2 weeks
right.
Mr. Need requested on a previous case should be.
Yeah, I think, and I think we're, that's the earliest date is 2 weeks out.
Yeah, the 28th is a simple jury.
All right, so let's do. August 4th.
Let's do 8:30.
Okay, August 4th at 8:30. And then Ms. Nagara, you'll be able to tie all these things up. We'll set it for that date. And Mr. Harris, you'll let us know if we need that date or not.
Yes,
Okay,
Your Honor.
all right. Anything else for the record in 1903870? We've reset this for August 4th at 8:30. Anything else, Ms. Crackman?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris?
Not for the defense, Your Honor.
You're all set, Ms. Nagara. Thank you. Do you want to go on Mr. Perkovich?
I am ready. Part of me believes, Your Honor, that it may be quicker to resolve Ms. Soto's case first, as I do know we also have the motion on Ms. Perkovich's.
Let's go on. Let's do Soto, Perkovich, and then Lorraine. Mr. Staple, did you have the opportunity to speak with Mr. Chip on the Lorraine case?
I did. He's gonna check in quickly with his
Okay,
client. So
perfect. All right, so it was Patterson, it is now Soto, right?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
okay. All right, so we're on the record in docket 1807188. That is, we have it listed as City of Lansing versus Marlena Soto. Appearances for the record, Ms. Crockmole.
Elizabeth Crockmoley on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Ms. Soto who's standing to my right.
And ma'am, you are Marlena Jean Soto, is that correct? Thank you. This is the time set for a City of Lansing pretrial. Ms. Crockmole, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it is the city's understanding that we will be setting this for plea.
Yes, Your Honor. So my understanding is when we were here last week, there was some confusion regarding the outstanding balance and some issues my client was trying to resolve was trying to get some clarity on with the Treasury. We have gotten that clarity, and my client has indicated she is going to be making that payment to get this case resolved.
All right,
At this point, we would be asking the court to set a plea date about maybe 30 to 45 days out. The reason for the longer than usual request, Your Honor, is that my client works as a teacher, and part of the reason she's been having some difficulty getting part of this paid back is that over the summer months, she's had less work than usual, and she has been trying to find alternative work to help pay this back, but most places aren't necessarily as interested, knowing that she's going to be going back to her full-time work in, by this point now, close to probably less than 30 days.
so let's set it, I think we have a date at 7 weeks, don't we?
Apologies.
Because we've been setting, yeah, so let's set this for 7 weeks out for plea. And then by that time, the payment to the city of Lansing and can all be work itself out. We'll set it for 7 weeks on
September 11th at 10:30.
September 11th
Oh, I'm sorry, September 8th.
September 8th at 10:30. So we'll set it for plea on September 8th at 10:30. And then I'll wait to hear from the parties on that date concerning any type of payment structure that has been made. So we'll set it for plea on September 8th. Anything else for the record? 1807188, Ms. Crockmole.
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris.
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Soto, we'll see you on that September 8th date. You're all set, man.
I think we're good on Lorraine, Your Honor. If you want to do that one quickly before we go on Perkovic.
On Perkovic. All right. Mr. Lorraine's on Zoom. I've been over 10 years, Mr. Chip.
I know.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 25011494 and the accompanying ticket of 25 L2944051. That is the City of Lansing versus Derek Lorraine. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Crockmole.
Elizabeth Crockmole on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Chip.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeff Chip on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Lorraine, who is appearing via Zoom, and obviously more good at that.
All right, thank you. And sir, you are Derek Lorraine, is that correct?
Good morning. Yes, I am.
All right, and you can hear me all right, Mr. Lorraine?
I can. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. This is time set for a City of Lansing pretrial. Ms. Crockmole, how are we proceeding, or would you like to defer to Mr. Chip?
I can defer to Mr. Chip.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's my understanding the agreement is that the city attorney will dismiss the misdemeanor charge of driving while license suspended, and Mr. Lorraine will accept responsibility for the no proof of insurance and also the registration expired plate. We would request 30 days in which to pay the court fines.
And is that is that your understanding, Ms. Crockmole?
Yes, Your Honor, and I would like to add, just to make a record, that Mr. Lorraine is valid now for his Secretary of State.
So it would be a admission to the civil infraction of no proof.
Right, there was 2 actual civil infractions on the ticket. I don't know if both of them made it to the charge.
Let's see. Have a no proof of insurance and a registration or plate civil infraction.
Yes, they both made it.
All right. And so, yeah, it's just on the ticket. So what is the no proof? What's the fine on no proof? Okay. Just have it. I think it's 150 and on the expired plate. 150.
No, I'm sorry.
135.
135 on the plate, 150 on the insurance.
Okay. All right, so is that your understanding, Mr. Chip? It'll be a 135 on the civil infraction for expired plate and no proof of insurance for 150 the city for the fine. And then and you'll be admitting responsibility on behalf of Mr. Lorraine on both those civil infractions. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And then with that understanding, driving while license suspended, the misdemeanor is dismissed pursuant to negotiations.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, so let's do the 2 civil infractions. That is for activity which occurred on May 15, 2025 on East Michigan Avenue and Foster Avenue in the city of Lansing. Your client, do you indicate that your client was responsible for driving on an expired or registration plate violation on that date?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, and similarly on that same date and time, do you admit responsibility on behalf of your client for being no proof of insurance on the vehicle at the time he was stopped?
That is correct, Your Honor. We do.
Right, that'd be $285 to the city of Lansing. Does your client need some time to make that payment?
We would request 30 days.
Okay. All right, so your client, so August 20th payment can be made to the city of Lansing by August 20th. That's $135 on the expired plate and $150 on the no proof of insurance. And as long as your client makes the payment, that's 150. So it'll be 285 to the city of Lansing by that August date to avoid any show cause. Anything else for the record in docket 25 L294405152 or the filed that's dismissed driving while license suspended 25014994, Mr. Chip?
Just that I believe there is an order for fingerprints based on the misdemeanor charge. Now that that's been dismissed, I would request a court.
All right. Any objection to that, the city return?
No, Your Honor.
We've never had that. We've never had that as a problem, but I know other jurisdictions it can be. I don't think it's a problem with the city. East Lansing, it's a whole different ballgame, as you know. But we'll return any or destroy any fingerprints requested because the misdemeanor has been dismissed in the case. Anything else for the record on 25014994 or the accompanying tickets, Mr. Chip?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set. Thank you, Ms. Crackwell. You're all set, Mr. Lorraine.
Okay, thank you.
We'll see you, Mr. Chip.
Good to see you,
Good
Your
to see you
Honor.
too.
Hope it's not another 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But time flies.
It does. Oh, okay.
Is this Mr. Perkovich?
This is Mr. Perkovich, Your Honor.
Right, so we're on the record in docket 2403249. That is City of Lansing versus Joshua Perkovich. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Crockmole.
Elizabeth Crook, only on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Mr. Perkovich, who's standing to my right, Your Honor.
And sir, you are Joshua Perkovich, is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. This is time set for a final pretrial in the matter. Ms. Crockmole, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, there was a previous offer communicated to the defense of amending this to a breach of the peace civil infraction, which still stands. However, as you know, there is a motion to compel in front of you for your consideration.
Yes, Your Honor, I've spoken with my client about the offer, and for reasons I can that I can further expound on in my motion. My client has indicated while he would normally be willing to accept that offer, he was pretty certain he wanted to view the surveillance footage that Officer Mosby watched that was the basis for this claim before he considered that.
That's the QD surveillance.
Yes, which is the basis of this motion.
All right. So the motion is for the QD motion footage, which may or may not be available depending. That's, you know, so, but I do find since the activity was taken on the QD footage, it's obviously something you'd like to review before.
Yes, Your Honor.
Before we get there. Do you know if it's available or not, Ms. Crackmoley?
Your Honor, we've checked with the police department. They have not received any footage from Quality Dairy. The Quality Dairy Asset Protection Team was sent a link, it is my understanding, to upload the video, and we have not received it.
All right, so if you don't have it, the defense doesn't have it, but there may be an instruction which would indicate that it's an adverse instruction because there's no witnesses to support because you haven't been able to turn it over. I don't know how I'd rule on that, but that's the nature of it. Is that correct, Mr. Harris?
Yes, my issue with the motion, and the reason I filed the motion is I understand that LPD provided the link and Quality Dairy simply has not provided anything yet. My concern with potentially going forwards with this and why I filed the motion, in addition to my client's concerns of wanting to view the video, because to the best of his recollection, the argument he had with the Quality Dairy employee, he does not recall the alleged act of littering and is wishing to see that video to confirm. Additionally, my concerns are, Your Honor, is that I'm not entirely certain how I would reasonably proceed at a potential jury trial on this, as my understanding of the events is that LPD was investigating a separate retail fraud allegation that my understanding may or may not still be pending with the Ingham County Prosecutor's Office. When they detained my client as part of that investigation, Officer Mosby went back to the Quality Dairy to speak with the Quality Dairy of, this is the person we detained, is the usual things that LPD would investigate. When the officer went there and watched the security camera for footage of the alleged retail fraud happening, Officer Mosby claims that during that security footage, he sees my client outside the Quality Dairy eating a bag of chips that are the alleged retail fraud. He sees the Quality Dairy employee come out, argue with my client, and sees my client allegedly rip open the bag of chips and dump the chips on the ground, which is as far as I can tell, the sole reason why there was ever any kind of citation for littering.
So there's a video of this, but there's also the Quality Dairy person.
So, Your Honor, I think we have two issues being conflated here. It sounds like Mr. Harris is what he's really trying to do is make a motion to dismiss based on lack of evidence, which is a wholly different issue than a motion to compel. As we stated in our response, we can't be compelled to produce something which doesn't exist in our possession. So I would say if there's two separate issues there, and I certainly would be happy to address the evidentiary issue on moving forward, but I think that's a separate motion. I will say we can't produce that which we don't have.
Right.
The law is clear on that.
Right,
So,
and it's not in your possession to turn it over.
correct.
And so I would deal with that during the jury trial because that's an evidentiary issue. The other question is the Quality Dairy person available to be subpoenaed for trial? And if that answer is yes, then I think that this may or may not go forward depending.
So Your Honor, today was set as a final pretrial. I am not the Quality Dairy witness. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure was subpoenaed, and he is not here. So I would, however, Mr. Harris would like to proceed with that.
All right.
Right.
So yeah, just double check to see if the witness was subpoenaed. And then if there's a fail to appear for the subpoenaed witness, you can go forward.
Yes, if I would, I guess I would leave that up to Mr. Staples to confirm whether that subpoena went out. My position, Your Honor, would be that if a subpoena went out to that necessary witness as the only person who
Right,
could
that's part of
necessarily
the proofs.
testify to this, in the absence of that video, then I would be requesting that the case be dismissed today, as it sounds like the city may be unable to proceed.
I do not, I believe they were subpoenaed, Your Honor, and again, I did not see them there. This was written on a ticket.
So you don't,
So we don't need a nollie, but the necessary witness has failed to appear.
all right. So for the fail to appear the necessary witness, was indicated, the people are unable to proceed. That would take care of the evidence issue, and the proofs issue, but the witness would be the quality dairy person who approached your client, was subpoenaed to be here, is not answered the subpoena, and therefore, and I think this is written on a ticket, a lettering ticket, yeah. Based on the non-appearance of the witness was subpoenaed. And I will grant the motion to dismiss without prejudice. What this means, Mr. Perkovich, is if the witness shows up, it's kind of a default.
Yeah.
But if this could be reissued, okay? Most likely it won't be, but it could be reissued, and you should be aware of that. All right, sir? All right, anything else for the record? So I will grant the motion to dismiss without prejudice based on the non-appearance of the witness. Anything else for the record in 24-03249, Ms. Crockmoley?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
You're all set, Mr. Perkovich.
Regarding the remaining cases, Your Honor, my understanding from your court staff, I'm on the Flowers and Miss Little. My understanding from your court staff is that Mr. Flowers was supposed to be connected via Polycom, and there is a Polycom from ICJ, and there is a Polycom device, but it's been unclear
if anybody's there.
Yeah, well, at first there was nobody in the room, and your court staff indicated nobody was ever put in the room, and now, from what I see,
Now
it
it's just
seems
dark.
like it's gone black.
Yeah.
And then regarding,
So let's inquire, just because we can and we should, is Trensario Flowers in Ingham Jail Post 1?
Jail Post 1.
I don't think so. I think there's an iPad there and it's coming from my voice, but there have been times where the post, they're in there, the light goes dark and all you can see is a shadow.
Yeah.
So we ask, or I asked. All right. So I don't know. We'll wait on Mr. Flowers.
and then regarding Kendra Little, while I was on the records for the 8:30s, I received a voicemail from Miss Little indicating that last minute her babysitter called out on her, so she needed to find someone who could take care of her son. She indicated she was currently, and because her car is currently being worked on, she was walking her child over to the person she was able to find, and she indicated that she doesn't know if she's going to be able to get here within a reasonable amount of time. I was intending to try and give her a call to see if she might be able to join via Zoom. If not, my request, I guess, would be to see if the court would consider resetting. I would probably need to call her first.
Yeah, and the part of me will be if the city has an objection to the resetting. What about Michael Mountain?
Mr. Mountain, he is a pro per, Your Honor, as I can say, is the one who was there when he was getting arraigned.
Okay.
He refused to speak with me. He refused to go through any of the parts of getting a court-appointed attorney paperwork done. I advised him that this may be difficult to proceed on this case if he does not have an attorney. he indicated, I believe his words were that he does not care and
Okay.
that he was refusing to speak with me. So our office can't exactly represent him if he's not willing to fill out the paperwork to be represented.
All right, and
Also
then,
got an outstanding warrant or something.
Yes, I believe he may have a case already with Mr. Anid that I think may be in warrant status.
all right, and then,
I believe he also had Horn, is that one?
I think that went, so,
Horn.
and Lorna Mosher, you're here on the Sawatu case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Well, why don't we do that? Why don't we call the Sawatu and case, we'll take a break, we'll do an adjournment, and then we can come back and we can finish up.
And is there a Corey Horn on Zoom?
I have no Corey Horn on Zoom.
Because I don't believe they checked in person either.
Yeah,
If the court would like, I can stand in.
that's a 9 o'clock, right?
Yes.
Corey Horn, all right. All right, let's go forward on the order for application to set aside the conviction. And so we're on the record in docket 0908166. That is the city of Lansing versus Carmen Lynette's Sawatu. Will the parties please introduce themselves to the record? Does the city of Lansing have any, I see that they have any objection to I see you were CC'd on the initial paperwork of June 11th, 2025. Probably as so the city of Lansing and the Michigan Attorney General's office. I have a letter from the Attorney General's office indicating that Miss Sawatu, it was Carmen Rafaela, is available to have this set aside, and that there's no objection from the Attorney General. Does the city have any objection?
No, Your Honor, the city has no objection.
All right, so the paperwork is correct here. Ms. Mosher, you can go forward with your motion. I don't think there's going to be an objection.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. If I would be happy to just to take proofs from my client, if that would be useful, if she can be sworn in, or else I can attest to the elements of the application.
You can go ahead and attest to the elements of the application on our behalf.
Okay, thank you. So my name is Lorna Mosher. I represent Carmen Rafaela, formerly Carmen Sawatu. This applicant, Ms. Rafaela, she she appears to be statutorily eligible according to the Attorney General's office. And I have received the Michigan State Police response as well. Hopefully the court has it in their file. I believe Mr. Varnum from the court indicated the court did have that document. There are no current criminal charges pending against Ms. Rafaela. She has not been convicted of more than 3 felonies in her lifetime. She has never had any convictions set aside by application before. The applicable time period for a driving license suspended misdemeanor is a 3-year waiting period. That waiting period has passed since her most recent conviction. And she is not requesting a set aside of a felony offense punishable by more than 10 years. She is not requesting a set aside of a first violation of a operating while intoxicated offense. She is requesting a set aside of a traffic offense. And as part of that traffic offense, this driving while license suspended did not result in injury or death and was not committed while operating a commercial motor vehicle with a commercial license endorsement. Lastly, I'll just say for the record that Ms. Rafaela, this is of course not Ms. Rafaela's only conviction on her record. She is seeking other set-asides in other courts as well simultaneously, but this is her first appearance, her first hearing in front of any judge on these issues. She has been on quite a long journey, and she has made, I think, very significant changes and improvements in her life since her most recent conviction over 10 years ago. Well, I could tell you more about Miss Rafaela. She's, gotten her associate's degree. She has reconnected with adult children. She has founded a nonprofit. And she has, I think, maybe pertinent to this case here, she has paid several $1,000s to get her license restored, and she does have her license today.
All right.
That is all from me, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Based on the non-objection by the Attorney General, I'm in possession of Mr. Farmer. The city has no objection, and MSP has been in contact. I have all the paperwork's in order concerning this matter. Also, the letters from Mr. Farnham are in here. I am going to check box 12 of the application, circumstance and behavior of the applicant from the date of the applicant's conviction, the filing of the application warrant setting aside the conviction. It is consistent with public welfare. I'm also going to grant check 14. The application is granted as to the following conviction, which is the operating license suspended or revoked. So that has been set aside. I will sign the order to that effect. And is it Sawatu? Is that how you pronounce it?
Sawatu, Your Honor.
Sawatu. So ma'am, as far as this order goes, that the order on application set aside has been granted concerning the operating of license suspended. And you can continue with the rest of the cases. Ms. Mosher, do you have anything else for the record on that file? I've signed the order on 098166.
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, you should be all set. You should be all set, ma'am. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So Carmen R is Sawatu. All right, let's take a break and then see who shows up.
All right.
I can move around. So just let us know when you're ready.
Sure.
docket 21 L2623882. That is the City of Lansing versus Mariah Bell. Will the parties please introduce themselves to the record? Ms. Crockmullen,
Elizabeth Perkmolny on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Mr. Rotson.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeffrey Rawson on behalf of Ms. Bell, who's standing to my right.
And ma'am, you are Mariah Bell, is that correct? Right, thank you. This is time set for a City of Lansing pretrial. Ms. Crockmullen, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it is the city's understanding that since Mr. Rothstein has been recently brought in on this, he would be requesting some time to take a look at the case, and Ms. Bell has an appointment with the Secretary of State tomorrow to discuss getting her license back. I'm sure you have the file in front of you, but I will point out that this was written on a July 7th, 2021 ticket. So it has been kicked around for a while. It was written as a failure to display ops, though the Secretary of State driving record that I see indicates that she was suspended between July 1st, 2021 to July 15th, 2021. But she was not, the ticket was not written as a driving with license suspended.
No, it's written as a failed to display. Ms. Rothstein, is that a fair statement? You've just been retained on it, and we're setting this out for discovery issues just to figure out where we are.
That's it.
And also there's a couple of tickets that we'll make a part of all this, okay? All right, so let's adjourn. Do you have any date or time frame?
If Ms. Bell's going tomorrow to the Secretary of State,
Right.
I don't think we need that much time.
All right.
2 weeks?
2 weeks?
That's fine with us. Yeah.
All right, so we'll adjourn for 2 weeks. How about 3 weeks? Will that work?
Yes, Your Honor, that works for us.
3 weeks would be fine with me.
Let's see.
August 11th at 9:30.
August 11th at 9:30.
Would it be possible to set it a little bit later?
Yes.
Because generally on Monday, I'm in Clinton County.
Right.
Especially.
I think we can set it as late as 11 or 11:30. If that works.
Yes, I think I got here at like 10:30, so 11 would be.
11?
Our 11th is packed for show time. I can do 10:30.
We'll set it for 10:30 and
10:30 is
I'll
fine.
keep the court informed on what's going on.
First ticket are for warrants appear to be failed to pay, and it's enough to send.
All right. So let me see.
I'm just putting them together for you.
Yeah.
They unstapled
The tickets are gonna be, they're gonna be all put together. And then I'm just gonna refer them to collections. So there'll be no, so.
Make payment.
Yeah, so we can just. Yeah, there's payment. So on 22 L271571 and on 21 L26238881. Let's consolidate those two and refer to collections. I think the balance is, one balance is 216 and one balance is 234 on both those tickets in their entirety. And I'm just gonna refer them to collections, okay? So I think Marquita does collections. Yeah, so you can just go to the City of Lansing criminal collections place and they'll have both these files, all right? And we'll quash any warrants that have been issued on them.
Okay.
All right, and then we'll set it for August 11th at 10:30. Let us know if you're a little late, doesn't matter. I know we have show causes usually set at 11 o'clock. So for that time, so.
I'd rather get here earlier, but I'll keep it cool.
Okay.
I also see on here it says impro per. Did you not get my opinion?
We did not.
Yeah, we have not, but that doesn't mean you didn't file it. It just
Yeah.
means
Okay.
we haven't got
I'll
it
make sure
yet.
they have it, though.
Yeah,
Alright.
it usually takes about 2 or 3 days for the computer system, so.
Thank
All
you.
right, anything else on the record in 21 L2623882 or the accompanying tickets that we've just referred to collections? Ms. Crockmullen,
Nothing for the city. Your Honor.
Mr. Roth.
Nothing, Your Honor.
All right, you're all set, Ms. Bell, thank you.
Good seeing you, Your Honor.
It's good seeing you too.
I'll just give them the first one.
No, I'm sure. All right. I just put RTC in those.
Thank you.
Flowers debacle.
All right. That was the spell. Where are we heading now, Miss Crockmole?
We can go in order, I suppose, at this point. I know, if we have to do Flowers, Horn, and then Little.
Right, we know where Mr. Flowers is, I think.
Yes, I
Just
did
don't,
check,
we just can't get him here.
yeah, I did check the jail list and it does show that he is still in custody.
He is.
My guess is he's probably, he has an open case set for, an open felony case set for sentencing. Or set for something, list is open.
I mean, 2 hours is even late for it. So let's call that case on 21 L2689741. That is people of the city of Lansing versus Trencerio Flowers. Appearances, Ms. Crockmole.
Elizabeth Crockmole on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Mr. Flowers. My understanding, Your Honor, is he is in the Ingham County Jail, and as far as I can tell, and as far as, well, as the court's aware, seems we did have a device joined from the Ingham County Jail. However, according to your court staff, when we had video from that device earlier, they didn't have Mr. Flowers in the room. I don't believe they had anyone in the room, and now there's no video from that device, and I don't believe we've been able to confirm whether or not Mr. Flowers is in that room. So unfortunately, unfortunately, it does not seem like my client is here from the Ingham County Jail today.
Right, that we've had this, it's not the first time this has happened, but it does appear that Mr. Flowers is incarcerated, has not been put on the on a jail post that we know of, or at least not in this courtroom. So Ms. Crockmole, how do you want to proceed?
Your Honor, the city would be okay with doing a courtesy reset.
I think we did. I think that we'll do a courtesy reset.
Do you want us to bring him in person since we can never get him to jail? No.
Yeah, Megan's answer to that. I don't know.
It's 186 days, and it's because we can't get him here.
Well, let's bring him in person. Let's bring him in person, but let's only adjourn for a couple of weeks, and then we'll try to.
August 4th at 8:30.
August 4th. I have the feeling that Mr. Flowers probably has other files out. You know, so this is the least of his or their worries right now, but we'd like to get this taken care of. So let's do it. We'll do a courtesy reset for August 4th at 8:30. Anything else for the record in docket 21L2689741, Ms. Crockmole?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris?
Not for the defense, Your Honor.
All right. We're good on that file. Did you want to call Mr. Horn?
Yes, Your Honor. Certainly, it seems like Mr. Horn is not here.
All right. So we're on the record in docket 25-01081. That is the city of Lansing versus Corey Horn. Appearances for the record, Ms. Crockmole.
Elizabeth Crockmole on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Corey Horn, who unfortunately does not seem to be here in person or in Zoom, Your Honor.
All right. This was set for 9 o'clock. It is now 10:58. And it would appear that Corey Horn is not in the Zoom courtroom, physical courtroom. The last time I checked, there was nobody in the hallway, but it's been a couple hours. But it would appear that the defendant has failed to appear based on counsel's representations. Ms. Crockmole, how did you want to proceed?
Well, Your Honor, the city was not going to make any offer at this time. Mr. Horn is not eligible to appeal his Secretary of State driving status until April 2026. So we were going to state that he could plead as charged. Seeing as how he is not here and he has no prior failure to appears, the city would be okay with a 48-hour hold on a bench warrant.
Mr. Harris, you've had limited, if limited, if any, contact with Mr. Howell.
Yes, Your Honor, if the court would consider a 48-hour hold,
Yes.
I would appreciate that.
All right, for the defendants failed to appear for pretrial, I'll issue a bench warrant with a 48-hour hold. This being a driving matter or misdemeanor driving matter. Anything else for the record in 25-01081, Ms. Crockmuller?
Nothing else for the city, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
Then
I believe the only thing remaining at this point that my
Kendra Little?
office represents is Miss Little, Your Honor. That's going to be a request to adjourn, and I will
Okay.
be waiving my client's.
And you have had some contact with this?
Yes, I have had multiple phone calls with her this morning.
All right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 22-03402 and 24-01622. That is people of the city of Lansing versus Kendra Little. Appearances for the record, Ms. Crockmuller.
Elizabeth Crookmully on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Miss Little, Kendra Little. I would be requesting the court waive her appearance as I indicated off the record, Your Honor, my client had a bit of a family emergency and also as well as some transportation issues this morning and was not able to make it. She advised that she could potentially join via Zoom around 11:30 or later. However, after I discussed with the city regarding that this likely being a request to adjourn, I indicated it would likely be simpler to just waive her appearance rather than having the parties
All right.
wait an extra half hour.
All right, yeah, Ms. Crockmuller.
Yes, Your Honor, that is the city's understanding, and there's no objection to adjourning this to a later date.
Okay, so we'll waive the appearance.
And regarding the adjournment request, Your Honor, my client, the only thing holding on my client's license, as far as I or she is aware, is I believe 2 unpaid tickets. She indicates that she is going to be going to the Secretary of State either today or tomorrow to try and figure out what is outstanding on that, if there's any kind of license reinstatement fee, and essentially what she needs to do to engage in compliance. If the court would be willing, I would request 60 days to try and give her some time to figure out what's needed and then make those necessary payments, Your Honor.
All right, so let's give. We can, I think 4 to 6 weeks is good. For both of these are no ops, I think.
Yes, Your Honor. The offer on this case is if my client would plead to one of the no ops, and then the other one would be dismissed. I have discussed that offer with my client. She indicated that she would like at least an attempt to engage in compliance. So I would like to give my client that opportunity if possible, if the court would perhaps consider the later end of that 4 to 6 weeks rather than the shorter.
Look, I know we have a 7-week date.
We have 3 or 7.
So let's go 7. So what date?
September 8th
Yeah.
at 9.
All right, so let's set it for September 8th at 9 o'clock. And Ms. Little can keep you in the loop concerning anything to be advanced yourself that would be needed to advance to the city attorneys.
Yes, Your
But
Honor.
we'll go till September 8th at 9 o'clock. Anything else for the record in either one of these files, 24-01622 or 22-03402, Ms. Crockmuller?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Harris, you should be set
Thank
on
you,
Ms.
Your
Little's cases. Then we have Mr. Mountain is the one that is not represented, and he's not here. All right. That was set for 10. All right. So we're on the record in 25-01753. That is the city of Lansing versus Michael Mountain. Would the parties please indicate their appearance for the record, Ms. Crockmuller?
Elizabeth Crookmully on behalf of the city of Lansing.
All right, this was scheduled for 10 o'clock. It is now 11:04. I do not see a Michael Mountain in the Zoom courtroom. There's nobody by that name in the physical courtroom. And Megan was in the hallway getting other tickets. I don't think Mr. Mountain is in the hallway. We'll call the hallway just in case.
I just checked for, what's his
For
name?
Miss
but I'll
Bell?
check- Yeah, or no, whoever we called before that, Horn.
Mr. Horn, okay. It appears that Mr. Mountain has failed to appear today.
There's nobody out there.
Failed to appear for the pretrial. He was denied representation, or he indicated he would not be represented by the public defender's office. So I don't think application was ever made. Yeah. Ms. Crockmoley, how did you want to proceed?
Your Honor, given that this is charges of an assaultive nature, the city would request an immediate fetch warrant.
So this is both charge. One charge is an assaultive crime, and then the other one is a trespass. But count one is an assaultive crime, and for that I'll issue a bench warrant to be issued for the non-appearance at pretrial for Mr. Mountain. Anything else for the record in 2501-753, Ms. Crockett?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
That's it for, I think the rest are just show causes.
Did we have Faust done?
We had Faust, I signed a stipend order.
Yeah, there was a stipend order last
Oh.
week. He had a funeral.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's Mr. Sturtevant.
Yes.
All right. You should, I don't think we have an afternoon docket, so I think we're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Call your case. All right, so we're on the record in 24L291437A. That is the city of Lansing versus Michael Jeffries. And sir, you are Michael Jeffries, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This time set for a show cause hearing on, you have an outstanding balance of $135 to the city of Lansing. Do you need some time to make additional time to make that payment to the city of Lansing, Mr. Jeffries?
So yes, sir, yeah.
So you have to say that again. You're kind of breaking up.
Ability, I received disability, so yeah, I need, so yeah.
All right. So I think we can extend it to 90 days. So 90 days for payment. To City of Lansing. October 20th. October 20th. For the $135 payment to the City of Lansing. That can be paid online, in person, or by phone. And what that'll do is once you have till October 20th, you can kind of set up your own plan as long as it's all paid by that October 20th. That'll keep you out of the show cause cycle. Because you want to stay out of that show cause cycle. Because if you don't show up, then we issue a warrant for you and it becomes a thing. Okay, sir?
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. So you have till October 20th to the City of Lansing. Mr. Jeffries, thank you for your appearance today.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 2254501429 and 92. That is City of Lansing versus Beta Beasley. This was set for 11 o'clock.
Oh, we just got an email, hold on. He was running late for his 11 a.m. show cause because he is connecting within the next couple of minutes.
All right, so let's put that aside.
We just got that email.
We'll go on Kenesha Reynolds. So on the record in dockets 18L202004 and 2101A22R1. That is City of Lansing versus Kenesha Reynolds.
Miss Vernon, oh, you're right, I'm sorry.
This is the time set for a show cause hearing. We have, let's see, a City of Lansing for impeding traffic for $135. And then we have a $135 for impeding traffic on the second offense. So it's $270 altogether.
You can send it,
Yeah.
they lowered it to 250.
So I'm going to refer to collections.
Oh, it's together, clear though, can we do that?
No, we can't. Let's issue a, so this is scheduled for 11. It's 11:17 now. It would appear that Ms. Reynolds has failed to appear for the show cause hearing. There's nobody by that name, Ms. Reynolds, in the Zoom courtroom or physical courtroom. Nobody answers by that name in the hallway, and we'll issue a bench warrant for her non-appearance today.
What a fun day in the summer.
So that's all for the record in docket
I get it.
18L20200043 and 2101A22. And then Mr. Beasley, you're here for your show cause hearing, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 2545014292 and 2545014291. This is set for show cause for an outstanding balance. It's $135 on each file. Is that I have the outstanding ticket. And sir, you are, and you'll correct my pronunciation, Fede Montrell Beasley, is that correct?
No, it's Fate.
Fate
Yes.
Montrell Beasley.
Yes.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Beasley?
Yes.
Do you need some additional time to make the two payments? I've got 135 on one file and 135 on the other to the City of Lansing. Do you need some additional time to make that payment to the City of Lansing at this show cause hearing?
Yes, sir. It's not like
All right.
I haven't been trying. I just need a little bit more time, sir.
All right, so let's set it 90 days out. So payment can be made to the City of Lansing in 90 days, and I'll give you a date, October 20th.
Okay.
So
October
as
20th.
long as it's paid, as long as both of them are paid or being paid on by that October 20th date, that'll keep you out of this show cause cycle. All right, Mr.
Okay.
Fede?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.
All
Thank
right,
you.
so you're welcome. I will set it for October 20th to the City of Lansing, and you can set up whatever payment plan is necessary as long as it's all paid by that date. So you can set up your own payment plan until the end of October.
All right. Yes, sir. I
You should-
appreciate that. Thank you for helping me.
All right, you're all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
All right. Bye.
I think that's the morning.
That's today.
That's,
Well, we're supposed to be a jury.
yeah, no,
I could not do a jury trial.
Megan's like, yeah, everybody checking out of here.
I'm not doing a jury trial. You're gonna have to work that out.